The opinions expressed by the hosts and co-hosts of this program does not necessarily reflect the views of TGON Radio and TVH Group of Networks.
TGON and AspMedia brings you Asphere's Cafe. The cafe is now open.
Hello, good day, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are right now. And yes, welcome to Asphere's Cafe. Today is Thursday, November 6, 2025. And unfortunately, for today's episode of my show, Dream Card will not be in my show due to personal reasons. So whatever is going on with him, I wish him the best of luck what's going on. So before we begin, I'm going to say right now how we're all doing so far. Yeah, how we're all doing. So yeah. And of course, since it's Thursday, we will be doing the gaming news. Yes, but we're going to cover a bunch of gaming news and what's happening in the video game industry. So without any further ado, let's get into the gaming cafe. So let's get my Discord server up. Just a minute. Okay, so first we have the end of history that is going to be launched in early access this December 10th. So while we give the website to load, we'll just wait before I can start screen sharing. Let me just move my tab as well to the fade window. It's still verifying. And there we go. So it's coming. So this is coming from Getmasu. Hopefully I can have my screen share. There it is. So yeah, this is coming from Getmasu as we are going to be reading our first gaming headline, and that is the end of history, which is set to launch in early access this December 10th. Medieval sandbox strategy RPG The End of History will launch in early access for PC by Steam on December 10th for $28 or 2,800 Japanese yen, which that is according to the publisher roadmap and nostalgic train developer AspMedia. And yes, a demo is available. So let's have a read on the release details. And why are they going with the early access first? While many players enjoyed the demo, it also helped us identify a number of areas for improvement, such as overall usability and control feel. After carefully evaluating the situation, we concluded that launching the game in early access, where we continue to refine it step by step based on player feedback, would be the best approach. The main feedback we have received included the following. We have requests to improve combat responsiveness and pacing, comments on tutorial and user interface clarity, requests for control support, and suggestions for expanding role-playing options and rebalancing. And for the development roadmap, the development will proceed in two phases. One being the work leading up to the early access release, and two, updates following its launch. And what are the planned stuff before early access release? We have combat controls and pacing improvements. We're refining combat feel and enemy AI behavior to make battles smoother and more strategic, reducing sources of frustration. 2. User interface improvements centered on dialogue flow. We have revisited the tutorial and eliminated elements that interrupt the play, creating a smoother and more intuitive experience. 3. Game balance adjustments. We're reworking mechanics that made the early game disproportionately easy and fine-tuning overall balance. And 4. New feature additions. So they're adding a bunch of new features that were not included in the demo, which are access to sandbox mode from the beginning of the game, a new fun, a nation pack for independent factions, and romance interactions with NPCs. And now for the post early access release, major user interface overhaul. So the current user interface is designed primarily for mouse input. We plan a large-scale redesign to support controller play and make the UI more intuitive overall. And 2. Controller support implementation. The controller functionality will be added alongside the UI update. And finally 3. Ongoing improvements based on community feedback. So even after launch, we will continue refining the game together with the community. And there is a note that while controller support is one of the most requested features, it requires careful testing and rework, so implementation would take some additional time. And what are the early access details so far? For the release date, as I said in the headline earlier, it will be this December 10th. And for the duration, it will probably or approximately last from 6 months to 1 year. And the pricing is $28. And yes, they're going to have a launch discount, so that is being planned. And finally, about the combat, in the end of history, combat emphasizes tactical formation, comments, and coordinated maneuvers that allow you to flank enemy armies and gain the upper hand. While many players share feedback on control feel and pacing during the demo period, we have been addressing these issues for the early access version to make battles smoother and more enjoyable. We will continue to refine combat based on user feedback to deliver an even more polished tactical experience. So yes, that's the early access details for the end of history, and the end of history is a strategical RPG game. So it will be out for PC first through Steam, and if it all goes well, they will eventually release it to console platforms, which is why they are saying in the note that controller support will be added in the near future. So there you go. So that is the end of history. And what do you think about the end of history so far? Will we be getting a game as soon as the early access period rolls out? Let us know in the comment section down below, or you can post your thoughts in the live chat right now. Alright, let's do one more before we head on to the break. Let's see what else do we have here. Oh yes, Nintendo Switch sales overall. So here it is. This is going to give us sale for the second time, and yes, Nintendo Switch 2 worldwide has topped 10.36 million sales, while the Nintendo Switch first gen tops 154.01 million sales. So yes, as I have said it, Nintendo Switch 2 has sold 10.36 million units, and the first gen Switch has sold 154.01 million units worldwide as of September 30, 2025. That is according to their earnings release from Nintendo. So a total of 4.54 million Switch 2 hardware and 11.95 million software were sold during the 3 months ended September 30, 2025, while a total of 0.91 million Switch hardware and 37.16 million software were sold. Nintendo also revised its full year sales forecast. For Switch 2, the company raised its projections from 50 million to 90 million units of hardware and from 45 million to 48 million units of software. For Nintendo Switch, the forecast was adjusted from 4.5 million to 4 million units of hardware and from 105 million to 125 million units of software. Nintendo also shared updated sales numbers for its first-party Switch 2 and first-gen Switch titles. So here are the top 10 best-selling first-party titles. And for the Switch 2, for Mario Kart World, we got 9.57 million sales. Donkey Kong Banasa reached 3.49 million sales. These are the Switch 2 games sales numbers for the game so far. And now for the first gen Switch games, for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, it reached 69.56 million sales, while Animal Crossing New Horizons reached 48.62 million sales. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate reached 36.93 million sales. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild reached 33.34 million sales. Super Mario Odyssey reached 29.84 million sales. Pokemon Scarlet and Violet reached 27.61 million sales. Pokemon Sword and Shield reached 26.96 million sales. The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom reached 22.50 million sales. Super Mario Party reached 21.23 million sales. And finally, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe reached 18.53 million sales. And additional first party sales number we have is Super Mario Party Jamboree, which reached 8.64 million sales. So more than 20.62 million Switch 2 games and 1,452.79 million Switch games have been sold worldwide. So that's the sales numbers overall for both Nintendo Switch 2 and Nintendo Switch. Yes, I'm talking about the first gen Switch, referring to the Nintendo Switch. So overall, I have to say, good for Nintendo, and yeah, I think the numbers will keep growing as the time goes by, and as we are nearing a holiday season, which is going to take place next month. So I believe parents are gonna buy more games for their kids. So yeah, I do believe Nintendo will exceed their sales numbers as holiday season is nearing. It is now 6:42 p.m. as we will be taking a break, so we will have a lot more to cover with the video game news and bunch of other stuff right here on Asphere's Cafe. And for the radio sponsors, we have Del Sound, Asphere Appliances, Dream Cars Pizza, Capinoy Coffee, Centron Simplus, and Melody Mart. And for TV sponsors, we have TGF, FOFBTN, and oh my god, I keep forgetting. But yeah, that one brand that Dream Car mentioned yesterday. So yeah, don't go anywhere. Asphere's Cafe will be right back. Stay along with us.
Hi there, I'm Stella, your karaoke assistant. And in the world of consumers out there, there's a perfect choice for you.
Introducing Neo Plus and Neo Max, the super system with over a terabyte full of HD quality songs with a vast variety of genres to choose from. The consumer's choice for the best system for rentals with easy upgrade system. Neo Plus and Neo Max, only at Cinetron Simplus. Reimagine karaoke with XTS.
Sumakit ng katawan ko at pila yan. Dahil sa Brand X Capsule, ito ang bagong FOFBTN Silver Advance. Para mga sumakit ang katawan, at pila yan, para mga vitamins A, C, at E. Magbagong FOFBTN Silver Advance, also available with FOFBTN Advance.
Mag-Lejoice Shampoo. Tanggalin ang buhok para dumi sa buhok. Para nawala ng baho sa buhok, walang dumi. Mabango na buhok, mag-Lejoice Shampoo. Tanggalin ang dumi ng buhok. From sachet na!
New TGF Hotdog. Para iluluto sa hotdog nyo, luto na. Kaya mga bata sa hotdog. Para cheese dog, na. New TGF Hotdog. 40 pesos lang. Mag-Coffee Co Blanca para ilagay ng creamer ng coffee kaya sasarapin na sarap, mas cream sarap. Mag-Coffee Co Blanca, creamy na sa kape ng Blanca.
Kung ikaw ay nagtataka, ito ay isang napakasarap na adobo. Pero bakit napakabango? Ang sikreto ni Mommy ay ospentoyo. Ito ay fermented, gawain ito sa pinakamahusay na kalidad ng soybeans mula sa sakahan, sobrang sarap, sobrang dekalidad at syempre, safe gamitin ayon sa Food and Drug Administration. Para sa iyong pamilya, pipiliin ng lahat ang pinakamahusay na brand. Ospentoyo, sulit sarap!
Dahil importante ang kalusugan mga kaalaga, naiintindihan ng PVC drug na mahalaga ang bawat sandali. Para sa iyo kaalaga, mayroong PVC Sulit Card. Walang bayad, walang membership fees, libreng-libre. The more you use, the higher the discount. PVC Sulit Card, your customer's sulit savings card. PVC Drug, serbisyong tapat, alagang sapat.
Tigilan nyo pag-uubo ng plema. Ayaw ilabas ng plema, mag-sulmyox. Para ilabas ng plema, para itigil mo pag-uubo ng plema nyo. Para ilabas ng plema, tanggal ang ubo. Tanggal ng plema, mag-sulmyox. Para ilabas ng plema at ubo.
Alagang Unilap yan.
New Baseline Lotion. For skin care for fresh of Baseline Lotion. For skin filled of lotion. Use Baseline Lotion. Every day. Also available of Baseline Shampoo.
Olaya Papaya soap from natural fair from skin. Olaya Papaya, it's naturally from a famous skin. Olaya Papaya soap from Skin Beauty from Papaya soap.
Your cavity from Brand X, don't Brand X from toothpaste. I recommend FOFBTN toothpaste, remove teeth brown or no brown teeth whitening clear in this fast of 2 minutes. No Brand X in the Filipino, introducing FOFBTN toothpaste.
From FOFBTN Brand Enterprises.
May kasabihan tayo na ang tunay na kagandahan ay nasusukat sa ganda ng kalooban. Ano nga bang nasa loob ng silka? Tunay na sangkap. Tunay na pinagyaman sa essence ng papaya, papaya enzyme, and enriched with vitamin E. Ang lahat ng magandang nasa loob ng silka, sa labas nakikita. For whiter, vitamin-nourished skin, yan ang alagang silka.
Ang labo ng mata. Tignan ayaw makita ng mata. Hindi nakakita, hindi naka-cellphone, hindi naka-computer at tablet. Mag-obten. Para mawala ang labo ng mata. Huwag lutin, kaya sa obten. Para mga kalidad ng iyong kalusugan mata. Iwasan paglalabo panigin. Obten, kitang-kita ang kalusugan. Mahalagang paalala, ang obten ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat panggamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit. Ubo sa bata. Baka ayaw matunaw ng plema. Bakit ayaw tanggalin ng plema? At ayaw tigil ng ubo. Mag-Ascop Lagundi for Kids. Para tatanggalin ng plema. Tigil pag-uubo ng plema sa mga bata. Mag-Ascop Lagundi for Kids. Batang ubo. Huwag tiisin ng plema.
Sumakit dyan niya. Bakit aray sa stomach capsule X? Dapat mag-dietops ka para walang sakit dyan. Huwag magpatay. Mag-dietops na. Nasa biyahe na.
Alagang Unilap yan.
Ang kati-kati ng buhok. Baka mag-Brand X sa shampoo. Baka dandruff na yan. Mag-Head and Shoulders. Para tanggalin ng kati sa buhok. Para mawala ng dumi. Tanggal dumi na. Stop dandruff of Brand X. Best ever Head and Shoulders.
Welcome back to Asphere's Cafe. It's now 6:50 p.m. and now let's continue our video gaming news with Gaming Cafe. So we are going to get my screen share up once again. And yes, it's a visual novel. And this is coming from Gitmasu, and yep, Entergram and Kamitsubaki Studio has announced visual types Isekai Jojo Mosu Koiku, which is going to be for PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC. So, publisher Entergram and developer Kamitsubaki Studio have announced Visual Types, which I have said the title earlier, and yes, it is a visual idol training adventure coming to PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC by Steam on March 19, 2026. It will support English, Japanese, traditional Chinese, and simplified Chinese language options. In Japan, the game will be priced at 3,600 Japanese yen, that is 3,960 yen with tax for the digital edition, or 4,500 Japanese yen, or 4,950 with tax for the Switch-only physical standard edition. A limited physical edition will also be available for Switch and PC, and for the PC it will have a Steam download code for 9,000 yen, or 9,900 yen with tax. And the said game builds off the concept of Project Canvas, Isekai Jojo Ikusei Keikaku, a training adventure game released for free for PC by Steam as an April Fool's Day project in 2024. The game follows protagonist Yu Kirishima, who produces childhood friend Sekai Minase as the real-life visual idol Isekai Jojo, who was both involved in the game's planning and stars as its lead voice actor. Players will aim to make Isekai Jojo a top visual idol by managing areas like vocals, dancing, talk show appearances, and so on, as well as increasing followers through streaming. And we will have a look at the visual website in a bit, but let's have a look at the trailer. Wait, let me just fix the audio. It is on. Anyway, so how does it look like? We're gonna watch it together. Here it is.
大切なこと一つ羅針盤にして
それにアイドルなんてこの場所から目指せるものでもないしね。私バーチャルアイドルやりたい。君と一緒に挑戦してみたい。私アイドルが好きなんだ。憧れみたいな感じ。バーチャルアイドル異世界情緒です。よろしくね。ビジョンに変えてしまおう。知らない不安な世界でも一瞬見えた気がしたつながり合った瞬間にこれまでありがとう。そしてこれからもよろしくね。バーチャルタイズ異世界情緒無双曲。
There you go. So that is the entire trailer of Visual Ties Isekai Isekai Jojo. And yes, the main character the protagonist looks really cute. So yeah, and what's the favorite part of this? Well, it does indeed have a training, as you can see in this part. So you can see there is this section where you can level up the protagonist, or you can level up your character. So yeah, you have vocal, dance, talk, study, and of course you get Duras too. And yeah, it's gonna cost you 50 coins, I think, if that is correct. So yeah, you have plenty of options to go with. And if we go further, this is how it looks like right there. And yeah, look at that. Look at this chibi character, or is it? But yeah, you can see how she's dancing. One more time. Yeah, that's really cool. So that is Visual Ties Isekai Jojo Mosu Kyoku, which is going to be out for PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and of course, PC via Steam. So what do you say about this game? And will we be playing it when it comes out? Let us know in the comment section down below or in the live chat if you are planning to play this game. As for me, I would say it looks alright, I would say. Yeah, the game looks pretty alright. But yeah. And I forgot, we should be heading to official website after the trailer, but yeah. Let's have a look at the website real quick before we move on to the next one. And as expected, it looks really cute. The page looks complete as I would expect. And let's have it translate to English because I am not fully fluent yet, so forgive me for that. Okay, here it is. And well, here it is. So this is basically the protagonist. So yeah, sorry, but don't mind the background noise. But anyway, the protagonist returns to the island where she once lived from Tokyo, and then they reunite with a childhood friend. And then she was about to give up her dream of becoming an idol, but not much. And we have the characters right there. And of course, the last four are from Kamisubaki project, the last four right there. So yeah, and then you have the gallery right here, all of the good shit there, and of course, the movie itself. I don't know why it was auto playing, but that's kind of funny. But yeah, you have novel part, which I can technically say it's a visual novel combined with a flow. So pretty cool stuff. So that is the official website, and yes, I translated into English with my Viva Volti browser. So yeah, and yep, the game will be out next March. Next March. So yeah, that is Visual Ties Isekai Jojo Jomosu Kyoku. And apparently I forgot to switch it, but that's okay. So yeah, anyway, let's move on to the next one and let's see what else we have here. Right to Remastered. Yep, Right to Remastered, the Mystery of the Soulless Army demo is going to be launched, and apparently it's already out as of this broadcast, but we're still going to cover it anyway. So here it is. This is coming from Gematsu. Atlus will release a demo for Raido Remastered, the Mystery of the Soulless Army for PlayStation 5, Nintendo Switch 2, and PC via Steam on November 5. And yeah, it is already out as I'm saying here. And yeah, and there is an update. The demo is already out for PC, while PlayStation 5 and Switch 2 versions will be launching a bit later. And if you're wondering if the save data from the demo will be carried over to the full version, it's a yes. It's a yes. It's going to be carried over to the full game. So there you go. So that is a quick news of Raido Remastered, the Mystery of the Soulless Army demo. Alright, let's move on to another one. Yeah. Alright. Next one in the gaming cafe, we have Ominage Original Priestess or Priestess of Darkness and the Reign of the Gods. There we go. So it is going to be launched. It will be launching this April 23, 2026 in Japan for Nintendo Switch. So Dungeon RPG Illuminake Original Priestess of Darkness and the Reign of the Gods will launch for first gen Nintendo Switch on April 23rd, 2026 in Japan. Publisher Mebius and developer Opera House announced. It will cost you 5,500 yen for the physical edition and 4,000 yen for the digital edition. And saying this, it's more of the enhanced version of the set game. And yeah, Elmi Nage Original Presence of Darkness and the Ring of the Gods is currently out for PC, where it launched last 2017. It was originally released for PlayStation 2 in 2008 and has since been ported to Nintendo DS, PSP, and Nintendo 3DS. For the Switch version, in addition to the default face graphics, Mebius plans to release additional face graphics via downloadable content. So that is Elminage Original Presence of Darkness and the Ring of the Gods that will be launched on Nintendo Switch this April 23rd, 2026. And you know what? What do you say about this game when it's getting enhanced for Nintendo Switch? Will you be looking forward to playing this game if you have played the game before? Or if it's just your first time playing, will you have the opportunity to try this game out and see if this is going to be worth playing? Let us know in the comments section down below or drop it in the live chat as we are live right now. Alright, let's move on to another one. Okay, next we have PlayStation Portal Cloud Streaming Update, which is now out, and also a support for own digital games. So once again, this is coming from Getmasu. Sony Interactive Entertainment will officially launch cloud streaming for PlayStation 5 games for PlayStation Portal today at 6 p.m. Pacific Time or 9 p.m. Eastern Time, including new support for own digital games. And here is the full feature changelog. So cloud streaming for PlayStation 5 games in your library. So PlayStation Plus Premium members can now stream select digital PlayStation 5 games from their own library. At launch, thousands of PlayStation 5 games support cloud streaming, including blockbusters such as Asphere, Borderlands 4, Final Fantasy VII Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Fortnite, Ghost of Yote, Grand Theft Auto 5, and Resident Evil 4. In addition, hundreds of compatible games from the PlayStation Plus game catalog and Classics catalog, including Cyberpunk 2077, God of War Ragnarok, Hogwarts Legacy, Sword of the Sea, and The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered, are also streamable directly from the cloud. Cloud streaming unlocks new ways to play. Enjoy a game side by side with a friend who is using your PlayStation 5 under a separate account, or stream your favorite game while someone else watches a movie on the console. Cloud streaming also makes it easier to enjoy PlayStation 5 games on the go, at a hotel, cafe, friend's place, or anywhere else with a high-speed internet Wi-Fi connection, since you can keep playing even when your even when your PlayStation 5 console back home is far off or is in use by another account. And you have a bunch of the games you can play. This is the example screenshot we are seeing right now. And the redesigned user interface. A refreshed home screen now features 3 tabs: Remote Play, Cloud Streaming, and Search. And you have Remote Play Home Screen, Cloud Streaming Home Screen, and Search Screen. So yeah, I have to say it is a long overdue for PlayStation Portal. Yes, PlayStation Portal. And yeah, Sony is making the device making the device useful aside from remote play. And I have to be honest, Sony should have done this from the very beginning, before releasing the device to the general public, but they didn't. They had to roll out with haptic features with remote play, and then later, which is right now, they eventually make the device more useful now with cloud streaming arriving to PlayStation Portal. I wonder what took Sony that long, right? Let's continue. So we have the enhanced gameplay experience, which introduces several new features that will be more immersive and convenient. So you have 3D audio support, passcode lock. Okay, you can now lock your PlayStation Portal with a pin, and you have network status screen. And yes, as they say, a stable internet connection is essential. It is true to ensure the best experience on PlayStation Portal. And you can now quickly check your connection quality with an easy to access status view. During cloud streaming or remote play, you can open the quick menu and go to troubleshoot and then show network status. And you have new features for cloud streaming which they have in-game store, accessibility options, and game invitations. So you have a lot of changes to look at, and yeah, good job Sony. They're making their device more useful now. As I have been saying, Sony should have done this from the start. And now with more improvements coming to the device, it's safe to say people are now going to start planning on buying PlayStation Portal if they are interested. But now with the new features coming out, it is going to be absolute wordplay. So what do you say about, or what do you think about the PlayStation Portal coming? What do you think about the PlayStation Portal gaining new features such as cloud streaming, where you can finally use the device on the go, and you can like take it with you while you're not using PlayStation 5? Tell us in the comments section down below, or you can jump into the live chat. So yeah, any thoughts will be appreciated. So yeah. All right, let's do one or two more before we head to the last break. Yes, Nintendo Store. I need to talk about this one. And yup, Nintendo is on the roll. On the roll once again. And this time they have released a Nintendo Store app. Nope, it's not the eShop app, but it's Nintendo Store. So here is the article we will be reading from Gilasu. Nintendo has released the Nintendo Store app for iOS via App Store and Android via Google Play. Now there's a catch. Is it available in the Philippines? Because I do believe they have yet to make it available. They have yet to make eShop available in the Philippines sometime. We don't know. I know Nintendo isn't going to launch the eShop here in the Philippines this month. It will be sometime. But what do we have? This app is not available for any of your device. I repeat, it's not available in the Philippines as of this broadcast. Oh, I wish Nintendo would make the rollout faster, but it's still staged. But anyway, continuing here, the app, which can be used to browse Nintendo systems, accessories, games, and merchandise, was originally released as the My Nintendo app in Japan in April 2020. It has now been updated, rebranded, and made available worldwide, except the Philippines. Yeah, except the Philippines. So the key features, you can shop on My Nintendo Store, and you can have latest info on the games if you want to stay up to date on what's new with first and third party games coming to Nintendo Switch and Switch 2. And you can also receive notifications about when your wishlist games go on sale. And you can also review your play activity. Nice one. And finally, you can check in at events. I believe this is US only as of this time. So that is the Nintendo Store app. I wish it would be out for I wish it would be out in the Philippines, but this is not the case today. So yeah. But other than that, I would say Nintendo Store app, that it's good. It's good to see Nintendo is now rolling it out outside to Japan. So eventually it will come to the Philippines once the Nintendo eShop is available. But we will just have to wait a bit longer for Nintendo to finally roll out the eShop along with the local store we have here. So patience is the key for us. And while Nintendo Store app is pretty much long overdue, it is good to see you can now review your play activity. So yeah, What do you think? Let us know in the comments down below or in the live chat. It is now 7:10 p.m. as we will now head over to the last commercial break, as we will have a bunch of more video game news right here on Asphere's Cafe. So stay along with us. We will be right back after the break. We'll be back.
Hi there, I'm Stella, your karaoke assistant. And in the world of consumers out there, there's a perfect choice for you.
Introducing Neo Plus and Neo Max, the super system with over a terabyte full of HD quality songs to the vast variety of genres to choose from. The consumer's choice for the best system for rentals with easy upgrade system. Neo Plus and Neo Max, only on Cinetron Synth Plus. Reimagine karaoke with XDS 380.
Hey Joe! Hey Joe! Hey Joe! Hey Joe!
Mysakit. I love to drink my Mysakit. We love to drink our Mysakit. If you wanna get that good, drink Mysakit.
Uminom ka ng tinted cola sa isang malakas na lasa para masigla ang araw mo. Try na! Sarap, di ba? Available din sa mga bayan na walang sugar at 500 ml at 1 litro ng bote. Tinted cola, refresh your life!
Sa TGF Tinola, para iluluto ng tinola ng Pinoy sa Pinas. Sarap. Gawa tinola pagluluto. Sa TGF Tinola, mapagod ng trabaho, para mainit kaya sa impyerno, mag-TGF Milk Sterilized. Para walang pagod sa trabaho nyo, mag-TGF Milk Sterilized, tibay sa sterilized sa trabaho.
Ba't nakasakit sa hatching ka? Pag umuulan tapos kulob, ang lakas ng hangin mawala ng pera at pangastos. Mag-Clusipol araw-araw. Itigil nyo paglalakas ng hangin. Huwag magkasakit dahil pangastos. Bawal magkasakit. Mag-Clusipol araw-araw.
Shampoo buhol-buhol lang yan. Baka nabubuhol ng buhok, Stop Buhol Hair Use Cream Cell Conditioners. Para tanggalin ang buhol at hair,
shampoo lang kulang, mag-cream silk araw-araw.
Sali na sa TGF Products Win Promo, ilagay ng produkto ng TGF Toothpaste, TGF Soap, at TGF Shampoo, ilagay ng product ng toothpaste, soap at shampoo, ilagay sa papel ng isulat ng TGF Products Win Promo, ihulog sa drop boxes nationwide, sali na sa TGF Products Win Promo.
Canyon Choco Biscuit. With extra chocolate and extra creamer in one biscuit, will give a delicious chocolate taste. You'll want to try it again.
Choco biscuit, feel the choco vibes.
Kapag inuman ng gin, mag-TGF ginuman. Kung lagyan ng gin, pag inuman na sa bahay. Mga bakasyon, TGF ginuman. Tunay sa buhay, mas pag-inuman sa bahay at bakasyon. Crowe, mula batang standout, iyong vitamin D at vitamin C. Ang batang standout sa mga bata, mag-Crowe, mga vitamin D at C, ang batang standout kid. Mahalagang paalala, ang Crowe ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamiting panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit. Germs, ang brand X ng disinfectant spray. Ngayon, germs nasa bahay. Ikatulad nila sa germs, i-recommended, Lizol Disinfectant Spray. Lizol its kills of 100% germ para patay ng germ sa bahay kahit nila magbabakasyon para linis sa bahay. Patay ang germs nasa bahay, pero nasa bahay para wala ng germs. Mag-Lizol Disinfectant Spray, tanggalin ng germs, huwag duminang nasa bahay. Stop achumi! Itigil ng pag-ubo sipon. Puro sintomas sa sipon. Magneyosep para tanggalin ng ubo at sipon. Huwag kang mag-hatching sa sipon. Neyosep mabilis para tanggalin ng ubo sipon.
Alagang Unilap yan.
Kain muna, with FOFBTN biscuits. ₱6 lang sa SRP na, sa FOFBTN biscuits. Sa paghirap na sa mga ubo. Mag-FOFBTN liquid gel. With triple formula para sa paghirap sa ubo. Huwag uubuin, mag-FOFBTN liquid gel.
New Ponakid Preschool 3 Plus. Pag 3 pataas. Kahit sa mga New Ponakid Preschool 3 Plus na, ito ang advantage ng DHA dahil sa Ponakid Preschool 3 Plus para sa batang may laban. Adam Orelar po, mas inuman sa brandy nyo. Katulad neto kaibigan, Maglor Matador Brandy. Sobrang inuman na. Mas pag-inuman ng brandy nyo, Adam Orelar po, mas inuman na. Lor Matador Brandy, mas pag-inuman sa lasa.
Ang dumi ng buhok. Don't Brand X Shampoo. New Duck Shampoo. With keratin hair actives. This softer, smoother damage repair. With regular use. New Duck Shampoo. With intensive repair.
Welcome back to Asphere's Cafe. It is now 7:70 p.m. and we're down to the last 30 minutes of the show. So let's continue with the more video gaming news on Gaming Cafe. So we have Unbeatable. Unfortunately, to those who are looking forward to Unbeatable, yeah, they delayed the game to next month. So this is coming from Gemasu. Publisher, Playstack, and developer Diesel have delayed rhythm adventure game Unbeatable from its previously planned November 6 to December 9. It will be available for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and PC via Steam. In the message, the company said the delay is the result of quality assurance hitting a low repro progression blocker last night that's serious enough it's considered unreleasable, which fixing would require pushing the console release back to certification timelines, and they would rather not release for all platforms at once versus PC first and consoles later. So here is the full message on why they decided to delay Unbeatable. Hi, Unbeatable was supposed to come out tomorrow. That's a scary sentence. Here's a worst one. Unbeatable will now release on December 9. I hate that I have to say this. There's no way to apologize for it that feels like enough. I am personally sorry about this and I wish it was different. Why would you only tell me now? Because the decision was only made a few hours ago. No, really, I'm writing this right after the meeting where the decision was made. We are telling you this as soon as we possibly can. But why? The game's done, right? There's a very boring and frustrating reason. Quality assurance hit a low repro progression blocker last night that's serious enough it's considered unreleasable. Fixing this will require pushing the console release date back because of certification timelines, and not fixing this is, well, we refuse to do that. We're fixing it. But why not just delay the release of the console port? That's very messy. We would rather release the game all at once for everybody. But why release on December 9? That's a whole month away. Another boring reason you can figure out pretty quickly by googling the praised 2025 game release calendar and looking at what's hitting this month. We had a pretty good spot on November 6 where we made a small little island for ourselves, and skipping that date necessarily means skipping forward a lot to find another island, and that's the closest one we have. On the plot side, it gives us breathing room we didn't have before to do some pre-launch things We wanted to do that. That had to get pushed back because of finishing the game in time for, well, tomorrow. But is the game good? It's very good, and I'm very biased. We will see what reviewers think. But for those of you waiting the longest for this thing to come out, it makes me feel a bit crazy knowing how much you still don't know about what this thing is. I am very excited about it. I wish it would happen tomorrow, but thank you to everyone who's rooted for us up until this point. It's not much longer now, and that is the message from RG Lake and everyone at D-Cell and PlayStack. Right. While it sucks to see the game getting delayed, I would say good for PlayStack and D-Cell for taking their effort to know that the game is not having a good time. Primarily, there is some bugs that could affect the game, and yeah, nobody wants a broken game. So yeah, fair enough for D-Cell and PlayStack that they're very well committed to the fans and they're actively listening on the feedback. So yeah, the delay is fair. I will agree with the statement. So what do you think about the Unbeatable getting delayed to December 9? Will you still be playing it? If so, drop it in the comments down below or in the live chat. And yeah, I hope you guys are still looking forward to the game despite the delay. But yeah, it's alright. It won't be that long from now. We are like what, a month? So yeah. Oh wait, wouldn't be that long anyway. So that is Unbeatable. And now let's move on to the next one. That is Changeable Guardian SDQ. Yeah, SDQ, huh? Yeah, SDQ. So yeah, it is going to be released for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch, and PC. And yes, it is ported by Amata Games. So the set developer will release Kat Hui Trading LLC develops side-scrolling robot shoot 'em up Changeable Guardian SDQ for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, Nintendo Switch, and PC via Steam and Microsoft Store in 2026, the companies announced. It was first launched for Famicom or Nintendo Entertainment System on December 16, 2024. Amata Games will port and distribute the game for modern platforms. The release will include both the Famicom and Nintendo Entertainment System versions, which have differing storylines and a new gallery mode. So let's have a look at the overview of the game. So the 8-bit shoot 'em up Changeable Guardian SDQ, born in the 21st century. Yup, it was born in the 21st century. Faithfully ported to consoles and PCs, Changeable Guardian SDQ was created in the 21st century as a completely new title for Nintendo Entertainment Nintendo Entertainment System ROM cartridges. Includes both the Nintendo Entertainment System version and the Famicom version, which have different story. And then of course you have printed materials and various visuals and gallery mode. And you have simple yet deep game system, which features 6 stages themed up to cities around the world. The super variable robot SDQ can transform at any time between the fighter form, which has a small vertical hitbox, and the robot form, which nullifies terrain damage and excels at recovery. Mastering the strategic switching between these two forms and 2 types of equipment is key to clearing the game. Furthermore, the scoring system utilizing the super weapon special attack activated by rapid firing the shot button adds depth to the gameplay. With a life system that regenerates over time and the removal of power-ups, the game design prioritizes accessibility. A strategic shooting experience awaits you, enjoyable for everyone from beginners to advanced players. And now, as for the story, in the year 2413, the Earth was invaded by evil space pirates, the Van der Rus. They are dominating 5 big economic cities and taking control of the world economy. Friendly planet Petelis decided to save the Earth from space pirates and sent reinforcement. Ace Pirates, Mary and Canon ride on SDQ and now launching to the Earth. Mary, you must be the messiah of the Earth, but the more winner is you. So that is the Changeable Guardian SDQ, but wait, we're not done yet. We have yet to take a look at the screenshot. So how does it look like? This is how the game looks like. So here is the first look of the game. You have the title screen of the changeable Guardian and the one in the Famicom version, and you have the actual gameplay screenshots itself. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. And of course, all the good stuff, and the one in Japanese, which is Famicom. And yeah, that looks pretty cool. So yeah, once again, that is changeable Guardian STQ. And what do I say about this recent NES game? Yeah, I kid you not, the very recent NES game that is now going to be ported to Nintendo Switch. Will you be looking forward to playing this game? Do drop it in the comments down below. Because again, this is going to be a very interesting shoot 'em fighter game, and it's also going to be in 8-bit, so pretty cool stuff to see. So that is the game that I'm talking about. And now, let's move on to the last one. We are only down to 4 minutes. So if you can give me a moment here. Right, we have the last one to cover, and that is One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. So, yeah, it is set to be launched for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Nintendo Switch 2 this November 21, alongside DLC characters Rob Lucy, Julie, Bonnie, and Snake. So, the PS5, Xbox Series, and Switch 2 versions of One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 will launch on November 24th alongside the downloadable content pack, Future Island Egghead Pack, which includes new playable characters Rob Lucy, Julie, Bonnie, and Snake. That is what Bandai Namco and Koei Tecmo developer Omega Force said. It was first launched, the said game was first launched for PS4, Xbox One, first gen Nintendo Switch, and PC last March 26, 2020. And while the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Switch 2 versions will offer more detailed graphics and more enemies on screen, users who already own the game for the same family of consoles will be able to upgrade to the new version. In Japan, the PlayStation 4 and Switch versions will cost 100 yen to upgrade, while the Xbox One will be a free upgrade. Well, for the Western side, it is currently unknown, so we will have to wait for further details at a later time. So as previously announced, an additional character pack containing playable characters in Naru, King, and Z is planned for release in early 2026. Well, we are running out of time, but we will try to demonstrate a little bit further. So let's see how the character looks like. So here is Snake. You can see how she fights, and we have Julie Bonnie and Lucy CPO, which is this character. So that's the DLC characters we can expect. And yeah, you can see that is a pretty cool gameplay we got. So there you go. That is the enhanced version of One Piece Pirate Warriors 4, which is set to be rolled out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and Nintendo Switch 2 this November 21, along with new DLC characters. So if you already own the game, will you be looking forward to upgrade? Let us know in the comments section down below and in the live chat. And now, before we go, we will have our brewing question of the day. So, for Unbeatable fans, are you saddened with the delay? But are you happy enough that now the game is going to be out weeks before Christmas? That's my brewing question for today and tonight. So do drop your answers in the comment section, and yeah, I want to hear your thoughts. Exactly 7:30, and ladies and gents, that is it for Asphere's Cafe tonight. We will be back again tomorrow with our random topics to discuss and Dream Car's favorite segment where he discovers Chinese knockoffs segment with its awards segment. So do join us tomorrow, same time, same place. This has been Asphere's Cafe. I am Cairo, and later at 8:30 p.m. it will be Salita Namasanas on Cool FM that will also be on DZEX and SF Radio. So till then, we will see you at 8:30 p.m. for Salita Namasanas to those who are interested in joining this program. And with that, the cafe is now closed. I am Cairo. See you tomorrow. Goodbye for now. Bye-bye.
Asphere's Cafe has served its national before the night. Produced by AspMedia and TGON Entertainment.
The opinions expressed by the host